Hi, and welcome to Love Doing Yoga on this Monday evening. Hope you've had a lovely weekend and enjoyed the Irish win on Saturday. Our theme today is confidence. So let's try and build up our inner confidence and really believe in ourselves and our ability. So we'll kind of boost ourselves up as we go through the practice and hopefully finish the practice feeling on top of the world. As always, throughout your practice, listen to your body and only do what feels right for you today. So let us begin lying down. Making yourself comfortable on your mat. Slowing down. Letting go. Releasing yourself of your day and everything that's going on in your world. Letting go of your responsibilities, to-do list. Leave it all outside the door. And just bring yourself to your mat. Becoming aware of yourself on your mat and the space that you're occupying. And noticing your connection points with your mat. Your heels, your calves, your thighs and glutes. The back of your rib cage and shoulder blades. The back of your head, your arms and hands. Noticing all of those connection points, encouraging a deeper connection between your body and the mat. Letting those shoulder blades fully meet the mat. Notice how your eyelids are connected, your lips, all the connection points. And then let your attention go to your breath, inhaling through your nose, pausing, and then exhaling. Letting the belly fill on each inhale. Let the hands rest on the belly just as it rises and falls. Taking one more breath here. And then when you're ready, bending your knees, rolling over onto your side, coming up to sit. And if you want to sit on a block, do. And as we sit here again, closing your eyes, being conscious of yourself sitting here, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, lengthening through the body. And we'll do a little bit of alternate nostril breathing here. So with your right hand, or your left hand, whichever you prefer. But I'm going to do it with my right hand, so just do the opposite if you're doing it with your left hand. Let your forefinger and middle finger come onto the center of your forehead, between your eyebrows. Your thumb is resting over your right nostril and your fourth finger is resting over your left nostril. And let's close the right nostril and inhale through the left. And then close the left and exhale through the right. Closing the right, releasing the left to inhale. Closing the left, releasing the right to exhale. Inhaling now through the right. Closing the right, opening the left to exhale. Inhaling through the left. Exhaling through the right. Inhaling through the right. Exhaling through the left. Continuing on for 2 more breaths through each nostril. And then letting the hand come down and opening the eyes. And as you sit here, just notice how tall you are. And allow a feeling of happiness and self-belief wash over you. Congratulate yourself for continuing to regularly practice yoga. And then when you're ready, gently opening the eyes, let's make our way to tabletop. And from tabletop, just noticing what your natural position is and adjusting if necessary. Confident that you know what the best pose within tabletop is. And then curling your toes, push your hips back to your heels. We're going to make our way up into downward dog. It's very early in the practice, so really pedal those legs to help them just warm up. Giving them plenty of time to waken up as you press away from your mat. Lengthen through the spine, gaze towards the belly button. And when you're ready, finding your point of stillness. One more breath here. And then let's just step it up to the top of the mat in a forward fold. Again, listening to your body. Don't stretch the legs too much. Work with them. Breathing into it.
having confidence and belief in your breath that it will help you extend those muscles. And then bending the knees, coming all the way up to stand at the top of your mat. Hands in prayer at the chest. Good. Okay, we're going to do 2 sun salutes to just get ourselves warmed up. So raising the arms up over the head, palms together, raise the gaze, take a breath. Sweeping down to your forward fold. And halfway lift, lengthening through the spine. Remembering the practice, if you did last Monday's practice, where we really focused on the sun salute, so you know exactly what you're doing. And back deep into your forward fold again. And let's step the right leg back to low lunge. Arms past the ears. And then taking it through to your plank. Remember, you can always leave your knees down on the mat in plank if you need to. One more breath here. And coming down on your knees and feet, chest and belly. And then let's draw that forehead and chest away. Pushing on up into your downward dog. Notice how long your spine is here. And then let's stretch that right leg out behind you and step it through for your low lunge. Remembering to swing that leg around to give you a little bit more distance if you like. And stepping the left leg up, forward fold. Bending the knees. Coming all the way up. Palms together, raise the gaze. Through to forward fold. And halfway lift. Forward fold again. Nice and deep. Let's step the left leg back. Low lunge. And through to your plank. And then coming down onto your mat. And drawing the chest and forehead away. Pushing through to our downward dog. And then stretching that left leg out behind you. Let's step it through. Low lunge. And into your forward fold. Bending the knees, coming all the way up. Let's bring those hands into prayer at the chest. Good. For our second sun salute, we're going to go a little bit quicker. So see if you can flow it with your breath. So just believe in yourself.
You won't get it wrong because there is no right or wrong. See, can you flow inhaling at some point and then changing it at the pose as you exhale? And I'm going to stay quiet for this. And you just go with your body, go with your breath, and enjoy it. And let's meet back at the top of the mat with our hands in prayer at our chest. Good, hopefully you enjoyed that. And now let's take it to the long side of the mat. Opening those legs out nice and wide. Having the hands on the hips. Nice and long through the torso. Engaging that core as you exhale. One more breath here. And then hinging forward with your right hand pointed towards that left foot and raise the left arm up, following it with your gaze. Two more breaths here. And again, engaging that core as you exhale. And let's take it to the other side.
And coming back to the center, just walk the hands out in front of you if you've got space. And make your way into downward dog with your legs extended. One more breath here. And let's walk the hands back to the feet, bending the knees, coming all the way back up to stand and taking it to the top of your mat. Good, as you're standing here, checking in with the feet. Equal weight on both feet, that weight spread evenly, and the feet pointing straight in front of you. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, finding that length. And with your hands on your hips, we're going to step the right leg back. Keeping both legs straight. From here, hinging at the hips to come halfway. And then let's stretch the arms out. As you exhale, just lengthening through the spine. One more breath. And then bending this left knee, draw the arms out into a T for your airplane. You can step that right leg back a little bit so you're on your toes. Having that left knee over the ankle. Gaze on the mat. And then let's rise up into a high lunge. Keeping the shoulders soft, engaging the core as you exhale. Let's drop the right hand down onto that right thigh with the left hand, looking at the palm of the hand, and then just drawing the gaze back. And if you can let the right heel down, do. You might need to step it forward a little bit. And let's just rotate the upper body now to look over that left hand, or at least up at the left hand. One more breath here. And then from here, straightening the leg as you fold forward over it. Each breath just helping you get a little bit deeper. Draw the hands behind the back and bring them away to just deepen that fold even further. Good. Releasing the hands, framing the foot, stepping back into your downward dog. 3 breaths here. And now, I don't know about you, but my left leg feels like it's longer than my right. So let's step it up to the top of the mat. Once again, checking in with the feet as you stand up, pressing those big toes into the mat to just help the arches lift. Hands on your hips. Here, this time we're stepping the left leg back, having both legs relatively straight, just not locking the knee. Your feet are hip width apart or even a little wider if you like. Hinging at the hips here to come halfway, and then stretching those arms out. Feeling the body lengthen with each exhale. And then bending that right knee, bring the arms out into your airplane, coming onto the toes, if you like, of the left foot. Keeping the gaze downward. And that right knee over the right ankle. And then from here, rising up into your high lunge. And taking it into a reverse warrior, you might want to drop the heel down, turn the right palm upwards, gazing at it. As you take your back bend and then just rotate the rib cage slightly. One more breath here. And then letting the arm come down, straightening this front leg as you fold forward over it, allowing the stretch to happen. Always listening to your body. You know your body better than anybody else. Just believing with each breath that you can get another millimeter deeper. It doesn't matter where you are. You're working with your body. There is no being good at yoga, at least in terms of flexibility. Being good at yoga is really just about being present, being in the present moment. And then draw the hands behind your back and bring them away. One more breath here. Releasing the hands down to frame the foot, stepping back into your downward dog. And one more breath. And then let's step the feet up to meet the hands in your forward fold. Bend your knees. Coming all the way up. Good. Hands into prayer at the chest. Let's just flow through those movements now. So from here, hands on hips, stepping the right leg back. Hinging at the hips as you stretch out the arms for a breath.
Bending the knees, coming into your airplane on the toes of the right foot. Drawing up now to your high lunge. And taking it through to reverse Y. From here, folding forward over the left leg. Bring the hands behind the back, clasping them as you draw them away. Hands onto the mat to step back to downward dog. And step it up to forward fold. Bending the knees, coming all the way up, hands on the hips. Let's step the left leg back. Straight legs as you hang forward, extending the arms out. And into your airplane. Lifting up to high lunge. And reverse warrior. Holding forward over the right leg. Hands clasped together behind the back, draw them away. And taking it through from here to downward dog. Step it up to forward fold. Bend the knees, coming up to stand. Good. Hands in prayer at the chest. Let's go through it one more time. Hands on the hips, right leg back. Hinging forward, extend the arms. Bending the left knee, airplane. Lifting up to high lunge. And reverse warrior. Folding forward over your left leg. And clasp the hands behind the back, draw them away. Framing the foot, downward dog. Stepping up to your forward fold. And standing up, hands on hips. And left leg back. Hinging at the hips, extending the arms. Through to airplane. Into high lunge. And reverse warrior. Forward fold over your extended right leg. Clasping the hands, draw them away. And through to downward dog. Stepping up to forward fold. And bend the knees, coming all the way up to stand. Good. This time bringing the toes together, heels a little bit apart. As we come down into our chair pose, Let the hips push out behind you, knees bent, raising up the arms. One more breath here. And then folding down, turn those toes out, just move the feet away a little bit as you come down into a squat. Bending the knees, pressing the elbows into the knees, lengthen through the spine. And bringing the hands down onto the mat, making your way down to lie on your mat in your crocodile pose, so one arm on top of the other. Letting the body just relax here. And staying present in the moment. Confident that you are doing your very best. And then from here, bringing the arms down by your sides. And let's raise both legs up, keeping the forehead and arms down by your side. And lowering them down. And again, raising up the legs. And lower them down. One more time. And lowering them down. And then bringing the hands either side of the chest as you draw up and look behind you to the left. Looking towards the back of the mat. Allowing the front of the body to stretch and open. And then coming back to center. And take the gaze to the right. And back to center, lowering down once again into that crocodile pose. Just let the back soften. One more breath here. And then making your way up to sit in your staff pose. Feet out in front of you. Toes pointing up to the ceiling, hands either side of the hips, lengthening through the spine here. One more breath. And then let's just draw the left leg up, lifting it up into your cradle pose as you just rock it. So we want the knee over the hip, the ankle straight out from the knee if you can. Still sitting up tall. And release that left leg down. Let's take the right leg up. Finding that point where you feel a little stretch. One more breath here. And then let that right leg come behind you so the shin is parallel with the long side of the mat. Draw the left leg up so your shin is parallel with the short side of the mat. And let's take a nice torso stretch here. So bringing the left hand back. Let the whole body open, the hip extend. Closing your eyes, just breathing into it. And then as you come back to center, let's just take that over to the other side. So switching the legs around, left leg back, right leg cross, and let's take that nice twist to the right. One more breath here. And coming back to the center with your right leg, right foot up near the left thigh. And then bending that left leg, holding onto the toes. Let's stretch it out. Bringing it out wide to the side, so not in front of you. We're having it out to the side today, sitting up tall. And then let's let that left leg come out long. Step the right leg over it and take a twist here. So your left elbow is pressing against that right leg. And then still keeping this twist, see can you bend the left leg back. Use your right hand to help you if you need to. And then keeping the twist with your legs kind of crossed. Deepening the twist with each breath. And then if you want to take it into a bind, you can just let the, which hand is this? Left hand wrap through the, between the legs, and then holding on to that left hand with your right hand. Sitting up tall here, you'll be able to feel if you're round, if you've managed to get the bind. And don't worry if you're nowhere near it, that doesn't matter. Just let the hands kind of point towards each other. Or just let that right hand come behind your back. Remember, being good with yoga is just about being present. It's not about being able to tie your body up in a knot or being really flexible. That's much more to do with your skeleton than anything else. And then releasing everything out. Bending both knees, just shake the legs from side to side. And let's take that. And the other side. So right leg is stretched out, bending the left leg. Let's hold on to that right foot and open it out nice and wide. Continuing to sit up tall. There's always that response, at least that's the response I get, where my body just starts to round. I've got to draw it up. Let the core help. One more breath here. And then letting that right leg come out long as we step the left leg across and take the twist on this side. So right arm against that thigh, that left leg. One more breath here. And now let's bend this right leg back, keeping the twist. And that should help you to get a little deeper in the twist. Still staying up tall. And then let this left hand come behind you. You can hook the arm through if you can, and let the hands join if they will. Or just have that left hand behind you. But lengthening through the spine all the time. One more breath here. And then releasing everything, coming back as you unwind the body and just let the legs ease out. Lengthening both legs out. Let's take a forward fold here. And again, working with the breath. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, deepen. One more breath. And then making your way back up, bending the knees, lowering yourself down onto your mat. And let's hug those knees into the chest. And just gently roll here. And when you're ready, coming to stillness. And let those legs come out long. Feet flop out to the side. Palms facing upwards with your arms by your sides. And allow the body now to soften and release and let go. Letting go your toes, and the soles of your feet. Letting go the tops of your feet, your heels and ankles. Letting go your calves and your shins. Your knees, front and back. Your thighs, front and back. Letting go your glutes and your pelvis. The whole back of your body and shoulder blades. Letting go the front of your body, chest and shoulders. Letting go your armpits, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, the backs of your hands, palms of your hands, and your fingers. Letting go the back of your head, the crown of your head, your forehead, eyebrows, eyes, cheeks, jaw, chin, lips, and tongue. The whole of your body, just let it go. And letting your heart fill with gratitude here for your ability to come to your mat regularly and practice yoga. And then let your attention go to your breath as you inhale through your nose into your belly, pause, and then exhale. And imagine you're walking on a beach. Notice the sounds, the smells, the textures and temperature. See the waves gently ebbing and flowing. And find a nice place to sit here and enjoy the moment.